Hello, lovely people. This is Nikita. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your love and support, and I'm wholeheartedly grateful to you all. Know that I love sharing and teaching to this community, and it's a very pleasant experience for me as well. Thank you so much. Now, in the last session, I discussed about the workings of mind, how you can make the mind work for you and not against you, how you can take the control back, and what you can do in any stressful or fearful situations. I hope you have started giving clear, specific instructions to your mind, and knowing the facts of the mind, you really don't have to scare yourself now anymore. Which brings me to today's reading session that says mindfully aware of thoughts. Now we have 60 to 70,000 thoughts in a day, and you must be aware of this, right? But do you know that we don't have in particular any new thoughts? We have the cycle and recycle of the same thoughts. If you will just mindfully observe, which I'll explain in a while, you'll understand that we have a cycle and recycle of the same thoughts. Now, if you are having a meditative practice wherein you are deliberately implanting new thoughts, then it could be a different experience for you. But otherwise, we have the same pattern of thoughts. Okay. Now, in one of the sessions, I have said that observe your thoughts. Now, what I'm saying here is that you are not your thoughts. Okay, you are the one who is experiencing those thoughts, and you are the one who could observe those thoughts. Now see, firstly understand this, that thoughts, your whatever thoughts you have, they are not the products of your own mind. Your biology, psychology and social environment is involved here. So based on your biological makeup that you have inherited from your parents and family, there will be a certain patterns in which you are likely to think. Okay, then based on your psychology, you will have the thoughts and the environment in which you are in or in which you have evolved. So your thoughts are not just the products of your own mind, but your biology, psychology and your environment is equally involved. This is one thing. Second thing, that when I say mindfully aware of thoughts, I am teaching you here to take the power back, to not be a victim, but rather than the one who is more like conqueror or a warrior maybe. Now what I'm saying is that you don't have to feel helpless. Observing the thoughts means you are not your thoughts. You are not identifying, which is very important. You don't become your thoughts. You are not identifying yourself with your thoughts and any experience that you could have as a result of any interaction or any event. But you are the one who is observing the thing, who is watching the thing. Mindfully aware of thoughts means you are watching, you are observing the experience that you are having, and that makes a big difference. Now I'm not saying you to just change the thoughts abruptly. No, that's not I'm saying, to change anything from negative or positive. That is different. And even the idea about affirmations is very, very different. Some other day I might take a session on that. But right now let's see about how you can observe your thoughts. Means you are watching what the thing is happening and you don't become that, which will help you to understand, to take necessary steps, actions to change your experience and make it work for you. Okay, it's that simple, maybe or maybe not. But let's first start with our reading. Listen carefully and note down the points. So mindfully aware of thoughts. If we want to learn about past, we should look at our present circumstances, for they are the result of past actions. Do you agree? As humans, we love predictability, we love to control things, right? We just want to have a clear vision about everything, right? So how do you if you are in this question that where am I today and what I could have tomorrow, then just see your present is fully determined by the actions you have taken in the past. So if you want to learn about your present that you are experiencing right now, reflect on the past choices that you have made. Likewise, if we want to learn about future, look at what we are doing right now. This is how you take control. And I know most of you are aware that how we can control our future by focusing on the present. Knowing is good, awareness is good, we know a lot of things, we read a lot of things, but what is the use if right in the time you could not implement it? So therefore if we just stay in this present moment, maybe that will help you more to discover what you actually want about your future rather than feeling anxious or depressed or in doubt. Now this, everyone may not have the same experience, but I'm speaking generally. It's good to be curious about the things you want to learn and things you want to create, but it's not healthy to be in doubt and lack in faith and inner ability and confidence. So if you want to correct something in the present, then see what actions you have taken in the past that have brought you to this stage. It may involve your patterns of interacting with other people. It may involve your patterns of thinking about yourself. So presently, if you are struggling with something, reflect on your actions. And if you want to think about your future, then see what you are creating today. So maybe 6 months from now or 1 or 2 years from now, how do you see yourself? Let's just take one aspect here, your personal self, okay, yourself. So here, what you want to what new changes you want to see in yourself at all the levels and in all the areas of your life, and take one by one and see how you have been behaving, thinking and feeling, and what you can do now to make it better for you. Okay, so there is nothing we can do to change the past, and the future is unwritten. So what are you left with? This moment, this present moment. And I love this moment because right now I'm recording this and just very excited that you all will be watching it, and this will really help you. So learn to live in the now. All you have is present moment. Let me continue with the reading first. So what we do right now will help create the future. Every word, now see how you can create it. Every word we speak, every action we perform determines future, right? Every word we speak, every action we perform determines our future. But from where do these words and actions come? I think you know the answer. What is it? Every word we speak, every action we perform determines future. But where do actions and words come from? They all start in the mind. Okay, they all start in the mind. That's why I first taught you about the mind and how you can take your control back. And so now you see how you can relate with the last learning session. When we engage in anger, fear, obsession, resentment or self-righteous thinking, we create several problems for self, right? First, we suffer the immediate pain of those thoughts and reactions, and then we may act in harmful ways. So I want you to do a reflective exercise later on. Think about any experience wherein you felt unpleasant, wherein the experience was unpleasant for you. And what happened? You first suffered the immediate pain of the thoughts you were thinking maybe, or the feelings you were feeling, and the way you behaved. So you are the one who suffered that, right? And what we do then, we reinforce. Now reinforce means by repeating the thing again and again, it just becomes a part of ours. It becomes a habit. Habits gets deeper in neural pathways as we continue to old thinking patterns. In one of the session, I think I have recommended you to watch a video on neuroplasticity. So do search for it, and you will understand how, as we repeat the actions consistently over time, how it gets ingrained, deeply ingrained into our system. And see how you can break the pattern. Now here, take up any experience wherein you felt anger, unpleasant, any resentful thoughts. And who suffered first? The one who thought it. Who felt unpleasant? The one who felt it, right? And then you must have behaved in harmful ways that could be harmful to yourself or to others. Let's take up anger. Right? Now anger is this, that you are actually deeply hurt. Okay, you are deeply hurt, but on the surface level, what you are showing up or what is observable to others is anger. So basically you are deeply hurt about something. Maybe someone has deeply hurt your expectations, and on the surface what is rising is anger. So if you are into that state, then, and because you are into that state, you are likely to suffer from your own thoughts, feelings, and your behaviors and actions that you then carry on. And if you are continuing with that same mindset, which means you are reinforcing it, you are repeating it, okay, then it is getting deeply ingrained into your system. The good news is that you can break this pattern. Okay, so interrupt the pattern. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it is possible, and you can gracefully free yourself. You can gracefully learn this technique to be mindfully aware of your thoughts, of your experience. Now in any emergency situation, if you are into, you have to remind yourself consistently. Remember, one of the facts of the mind is mind learns through repetition. So you have to remind yourself again and again that I can interrupt this pattern, I am interrupting this pattern, and you find your own ways. Okay, you find your own tools to deal with it. I'm here to explain you, and you are I'm sure you can find the ways that works for you based on what I'm teaching you here. So in that situation, you can say, okay, this is something familiar. I think I have been thinking this way for almost a life now, and okay, this is the pattern that is repeating itself, and I know I have not, this is not the product of my own mind. As a child, I must have acquired it, because as a child we just adapt the things. No, we don't investigate, we don't question. But as an adult, we can investigate all of those unquestioned beliefs, right? Uninvestigated assumptions. As an adult, we can do inquiry of that, and your thoughts are just not the products of your mind. So in that situation, you can remind yourself, from where is this coming? Whose voice is this? I stop it. Give clear instructions to your mind, and it will work for you. And then you have to allow yourself to have a me time, a reflective time, wherein you can prepare the tools, where you can do the deep detailing work and prepare the tools, so that when you are, if you get triggered or is something there that could disturb you, in that moment you just use your tool. Your mind is very, very cooperative. Just learn how to make it work for you. Okay, so you can do this reflective exercise wherein you are just observing the experience. You can take up any pleasant visualization. Sorry, you can take up any pleasant visualization, and let's say you are sitting on a river bank, and you are just letting the experience, the thoughts, whatever is there in your mind, you are just letting it go. So you let it go on the leaf that is floating. on the river, and you just let it go, and you continue breathing deeply. If you feel distracted, then count your breaths. Your mind will do its work. Okay, so you are allow yourself and be very gentle and kind with yourself, and you see your thoughts are floating away. Else you can see your thoughts are in the clouds, okay, and they are just passing away. Just let it go, just let it go. Allow yourself to let it go. And when required, I also prefer journaling, which is best. Okay, you can just write the thing, understand your patterns, and then you can practice this meditative exercise of being aware of your thoughts and letting it go. Watch my earlier sessions wherein I have taught the basics, if you haven't watched yet then. And see, mindfully aware of thoughts makes you to take the power back. Okay, every now and then we could be disturbed with something, and that's okay, but it's not okay to stay in that disturbance for so long. You have to be very kind and gentle with yourself. And so while you are doing any exercises, where you are changing anything, that time also you have to be very kind. And I think all of us, including me, all of us can just gracefully learn from the experience and just detach ourselves from what is not serving us, because things are just there for us to learn a lesson. I'm not belittling anyone's experience here, not at all. I'm just telling one of the principle of the universe. You can consider it that way. And I have also said earlier that talk to someone whom you trust. If you find it very difficult, or take professional help, you can find your ways, but don't be ungrateful or bad with yourself. Just all of us, whoever is suffering through anything, whatever it is, we can just gracefully overcome the thing. That's all I'm saying. Okay, and so practice this exercise, mindfully aware of thoughts, just reflect, and most important is that you have to allow yourself to let it go. Even this could be difficult, but say that I can let it go, I can let it go, I can let it go. Give the clear instructions to your mind and trust yourself. That's why I'm teaching you this, mindfully aware. I'm just not telling you to replace this thing from that thing. That's a different thing. Let's start with this basic. And someday I'll take session on affirmations that will help you to understand actually what affirmation is and how you can practice it. That's a different thing. Okay, so mindfully awareness will help you to understand that I'm not identifying myself with the experience. I am not that thought, I am not that experience, I am not that person, I'm not this, I'm not all of that has happened to me. I am the one who is watching it gracefully. I am the one who is observing it. Just imagine that you are sitting and you can see your that like this is Nikita and the other Nikita is here, and I am watching that Nikita who is disturbed in that moment, and I'm experiencing the thing. I'm not telling anyone to numb yourself. No, you have to let the thing process. I'm teaching you how you can gently let that process happen. So this Nikita is, and this I as an observer is allowing myself an experience to let it go. Okay, and so do the reflective exercise, and I leave you with this powerful affirmation, as I say. Today, I choose to see the thoughts for what they are. Just thoughts, okay? Today, I choose to see the thoughts for what they are. Just thoughts. I am determined to think and behave in a way that is uplifting for my entire being. I am determined to think and behave in a way that is uplifting for my entire being. Have a blessed, mindful days and week ahead. I'll be back soon with another session for you all. Just be mindfully aware of your experience and let the things go. Remember that we are living in a universe that is constantly changing and effortlessly flowing. So let it all go. Just observe it, be mindfully aware. God bless you all. Thank you.